Hey guys, this is Dinosaur, and today it's kind of a special day because we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to draw Kong. It's been a very long time since I've actually done a tutorial like this, and a lot of you guys have been requesting me to do tutorials like the ones I did when I started this channel. But yeah, like it's gonna look a lot like this Kong. But anyways, yeah, let's get into the drawing. Alright, so what you want to start with is you want to draw two lines, and these are going to be his eyebrows. We're going to draw him looking pretty angry, so we're going to draw a line like that. Don't press down too hard on your pencil, because we might have to erase sometimes, or you might have to erase sometimes. And then we're going to draw lines like these, but angled a little bit more down, like that. Those are going to be his nostrils. Now we want to draw his eyebrows, like we want to connect them like that, and we want to make him look angry, so we're gonna put like a little bit of a curve into this line. There we go. Now let's make his nostrils a little bit more pronounced, like that. We want to draw like a little bit of a nose around this, or like rectangular shapes, like that. Now we want to draw a line that goes like this, and it curves up both sides like that. We want to draw a line that goes like this, and then it goes down like that, and then it goes out a little bit like that. We want to replicate this on this side as well, like this, going down inwards a little bit, and then going outwards a little bit. So now we want to make his mouth, so we're going to draw a curved line coming from his nostrils like this. Make sure you're going to have a line like this. Don't go past this point over here, just get it over here. Now just draw a line like that, because we're gonna make him like he's roaring or screaming or whatever you call that, like, you know, doing his Kong call. And I'll just follow this, like follow along with what I'm doing right now. Make sure you have plenty of space inside of his mouth over here. This is going to be an open space where we're going to see his teeth sticking out and everything like that. And then just draw the bottom jaw like that, and a little curve up like this. Now we want to draw this connecting to the upper part of his mouth. But we also want to start to connect this to, because this is his jawbone, basically. We want to connect this to his mouth, because this whole area is going to be like skin and not fur. Alright, there we go. So now we have the basics of his face already done. We still have to like put in the rest of his head, but his face is here. We could erase lines that we don't like, or we could just go over it with a darker tone later. Well, I'm gonna try to make it a little darker, but yeah. So now we can make a line, curved line like this over there. Replicate that on this side, but it's gonna be in perspective, like it's gonna be a different perspective. This side is a little further away from us than this side. So this part is going to be a little bit bigger than all of this. So we need to pay attention to that as well. Alright. So now we want to, you know, put in his head shape. How you do that is you basically have a curved line going up, then making this dome on the top of his head, then going back down, and his neck. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. Yeah, you can. And his neck is pretty like thick. Like he doesn't have a very long neck, so it's a pretty short neck. So it's almost like his head is like right on top of his shoulders already. Something like that. Then we want to know where his ear is located. So we're going to take this line right from his eyebrows and we're going to follow it back. His ear should be over here. And right like beneath his ear, there's going to be a jawline attached. So we can draw that in. The jawline should be about this far down. And we can also try drawing it on this side a little bit. And then we're going to start to taper in. Because he has a pretty big beard for an ape. And again, make sure that you don't press down too hard. Because if you're going to press down too hard and you're going to make mistakes, you won't be able to erase them. Alright, so now that we have his whole head basically mapped in, we can focus on where his eyes should be located. So if we have this eyebrow over here, we can make a little pocket, and inside of this pocket, this is going to be his eye circuit, or whatever you socket, his eye socket, and you're going to draw that on that side as well. Right, so now we know that somewhere in the middle of this eye socket there's going to be an eye. We're just going to start drawing it by drawing a little circle, and it's not too small, it's not as small as you would think. And over here it's going to be kind of covered by his nostril and his eyebrow, so we can see it, but it's kind of like our view of it is kind of obstructed. Alright, so now we want to start mapping in the teeth. So Kong has, as a human has as well, 2 canines on top, then 4 front teeth, and 2 canines on the bottom, 4 front teeth on the bottom as well. So we're going to start with drawing the canine on top. The top canines are pretty angled outwards, like they're angled outwards pretty far, like that. And we're not going to draw on the second canine tooth on the upper jaw just yet, because we want to make like a little bit of an idea of like, this is the middle, so we're going to have to create 2 teeth, I'm sorry, that are about the same size, like that. And then on the other side as well, like 2 teeth over here and 2 teeth. How do you say that? Like, I'm literally having a brain fart right now. I can't say it properly. Yeah, let me know in the comments below, because that's kind of fun. But anyways, if I would have drawn in the other canine where I thought it would have had to be, then it would, you know, like I wouldn't have had enough space to draw in the 4 front tooth over here. So now I can draw the second canine tooth in right behind this tooth. Right? And now we're going to do the same thing with the bottom part, the bottom jaw. These canine teeth are a little bit more angled upwards. And now we're going to do the same thing. Draw 1. Maybe it's a little more angled like that. 2, 3, 4, and then the second one. There we go. And I'm not using any kind of reference for this, by the way, because I want it to be as quiet as possible, and my PC is making a lot of noise, so I couldn't turn on my PC to look at some Kong references. So this is all from my head. So I hope that everything is gonna look like Kong. Alright. So now we want to shape in his neck, right? I mean, sorry, his shoulder on the other side. And maybe this is like little too far. Maybe we should bring it down a little bit like that. And that should be something that somewhat looks like his shoulder. Now over here, and I'm using two different, I'm using a pretty big sketchbook that has like 2 pages like that, so I have a lot more room. So make sure that if you're gonna follow along, make sure you have enough room on your page. All right, so we're gonna draw this like that. Maybe this neck should be a little bit thicker like that. And then we have this arm going down like that. All right, so he's pretty wide. He's a pretty wide creature. But yeah, now we are gonna have to focus on getting in some detail. But first, even though I wouldn't do this if I'm gonna make a realistic drawing, but because of the fact that you guys like simplicity, that has been shown in the amount of views that my simple tutorials have gotten compared to my more intermediate tutorials. So I'm gonna just go over this like that, and I'm gonna basically make it look a lot more cleaner and natural. You might want to follow along if this is what you're going for, or you can stick around to make it look a little bit more realistic. Make sure that the fur that you're creating is slightly angled towards a certain direction that the fur is flowing towards, even on the head as well. All right. And let's now get the eyes in a little bit more accurate, or at least I don't know how accurate this whole drawing is going to be, because again, I'm not using any kind of reference, so I have no idea. But let's try and see how far we can, how much we can, get out of this. There we go. I hope that eye is gonna look good in the end. Alright, so for the ear, we want to outline the shape of the ear completely, like that, and over here at the top as well. And if you want to have an idea of how to actually draw the ear accurately, you can always put your own finger inside of your ear, and that way you can have a pretty good idea of what the inside of your ear is shaped like. So we have a little bit of something like that. And my ears aren't very good yet, as you can see. It's pretty funny, but this is as good as I can. This is as good as I can get it for now. So Let's get over this real quick, like that. And I think there's like another little bump over there inside of here. I'm literally feeling inside of my ear right now to have an idea, you know, of how to create an ear. And knowing that Kong is actually pretty human-like, yeah, we can sort of guess that his ears would look a lot like ours. Alright, there we go. Kong has pretty dark eyes, but I want to make sure that there's like a highlight inside of it. And I don't want to darken his eyes completely just yet. Alright, something like that should do. So this was how to draw Kong from 2024. If you want to take it up a notch and make it look a little bit more realistic, make sure you check out part 2.